Back at the Meadowlands, Nets and Rockets coming up. The injury bug has really hit Lawrence Frank's team. As for Alonzo Mourning, Zoe torn tendon in his right pinky. It happened against Dallas, and he filled us in on the injury earlier today.
Well, I tore some ligaments in it, and it's swollen right now, and it's a pinky, so after going through transplant surgery, you know, I can't see myself on IR for a pinky, so that wouldn't sound too good. So I just got to tape it up and just try to bear with it. It does hamper me catching the ball and shooting and what have you because it's on my shooting hand, so it's something I got to deal with. It'll heal in they said 6 weeks. I got to wear this splint at night, you know, but as long as I keep banging it and using it, I'm sure it's going to slow up the healing process a little bit.
The way you have it there, Alonzo, is that how you do it, or is it taped together?
No, it's torn here. It's torn right here, and it keeps me from lifting the finger up that way. I can't lift the finger up because of that's torn right there. So with that said, you got to buddy tape the fingers together, and by buddy taping them, it gives it a little bit of stability because it's weak. So.
Zoe will be on the floor as we get you ready for the opening tip. Nets and Rockets, first of 2 meetings. It's coming up next here on Yes. Nets and Rockets, both of these teams riding 2-game losing streaks, trying to put an end to those tonight. Here at Continental Airlines Arena, we take a look at the Nissan starting lineups. First for the Nets, Williams, Mourning, Collins up front. The big starting 5 for Lawrence Frank as Zoran, Planinic, and Richard Jefferson comprise the backcourt. And now the best center in the Western Conference, Joe DeRosa, Bill Spooner, and Leon Wood, the officiating crew.
Good news for Yao as well. Doesn't have to go against Shaq as many times.
And Yao controls the tip against Alonzo Mourning. Those two did match up against one another early in last season's play right here at the Meadowlands. Nets have it with Zoe. One-on-one with Yao, 8 to shoot. Mourning's jumper, he knocks it down.
No problem with the finger, the pinky that time as Zoe sizing up Yao, decides to step back, makes that 12-foot jump shot.
Ward, ball movement, Yao swings it to Jackson. The drive by Jackson in the dish. Yao, ball fake. And knocked away by Collins. Officials thought it was clean. Zoe is running.
He follows it up, takes it up, draws the foul. Good help defense. Everybody has to play Yao Ming.
5-0 Nets lead.
First time down Alonzo Mourning. You see Yao Ming has to regard him as somebody that can go by him. Gives a little too much room, and Mourning takes what the defense gives him, knocks down the 12-foot. I thought he was fouled on the arm. That ball came up well short with Collins challenging.
Eric Williams has gotten his touchback of late. Missed that one as it rims out. And a foul called. It is staying right here. Taylor against Mourning. And the Nets will retain it. That's number 2 on Maurice Taylor.
The only white shirt in there going for the offensive board was Alonzo Mourning. He gave the Rockets a headache there as Taylor picks up his second. 2 quick ones. I don't think they ever envisioned Charlie Ward being their starting point guard, though.
Ward getting to the rim, but can't finish. Rebounded by Zoe.
Awful lot of jump shots right now for Jeff Van Gundy's team.
And the Rockets are 0 for 7 from the field. Planinic, quick pass, early offense. Zoe rims in, and a foul.
Can't get off to a better start.
Maurice Taylor picks up his 3rd foul.
He'll come out now.
In 3.5 minutes of game action.
Nets push it. Zoe, great position on the inside. You allow anybody to get that good a position inside, you're going to be hurting. Alonzo Mourning gets a little shove. Count the bucket.
Well, Jeff Van Gundy is not making a change here.
Stubborn.
Van Gundy is standing motionless as Zoe shoots this free throw. Nets have had some answers for him on the defensive side.
Well, they've been focused.
Peter puts the Rockets ahead. Coming up next on Yes. And we're going to get a meeting of the Georgetown centers with Zoe and Mutombo. Scalabrine to the bench. What was a strength for the Nets first couple of games is not right now, and that's the bench. 14-2 in favor of Houston. Here's the back in by Zoe. Kick out. Williams lines it up. It's a 3. Almost got the roll. Knocked up in the air. Jefferson claims it.
Good hustle there from Richard.
Jefferson 1 of 3 from the field. 6 points for him. Mourning is 2 of 6 from the field. Running hook. Blocked by Mutombo. Mourning blocked by Dikembe again.
That's the old Dikembe from 10 years ago.
Hoya paranoia. And a blocking foul against Buford. Shot clock was down to 3. Jim Jackson operating.
Well, go back a couple of years. We used to see Dikembe Mutombo do this an awful lot. Great defense once, twice. And get another look at that second block against Mourning, and Dikembe Mutombo, little finger wagging.
And the Nets down by 12. Yao high-low with Howard. Mourning able to hold his ground as Lou takes the baseline. Amongst the trees, he almost got it in with the English. Long rebound. Zoe to Jefferson on a run out. Jefferson to the rim. Won't go down. Mourning on a follow. 5:17 mark, second quarter.
More importantly, saved Maurice Taylor.
Alonzo is pushed on the interior by Yao. Here's Collins turning on Howard. Planinic comes to the ball. Planinic, the leaner, short. Mourning taps it outside, and the Nets control it. Is that the old saying?
Yeah, it looked ugly.
And a quick whistle as Yao and Zoe got tied up. It's going to work against Houston. Yao, number 2. He disagrees politely. Head coach of a high school team in Rochester, New York. He's done it all at every level. Shot clock is down to 2. Jefferson, tough angle. Mourning snatches on the inside. Can't put it in. It rims out.
Off hot, as I mentioned, Zoran Planinic. Feeding the post to Alonzo Mourning. Converts and 1. So Mo Taylor with 3 early fouls. 11-0 Nets. Richard Jefferson, 8 points for the Nets. Zoran Planinic with 6. Alonzo Mourning with 5 points. And Eric Williams coming up with 4.
Rockets have the ball. Spread the floor with Taylor and Ward. Get an early touch for Yao. Turnaround. Soft touch off the rim.
You must challenge everything when the ball goes into Yao Ming, and Alonzo Mourning did a nice job on that particular play.
McGrady forced to give it up. Just underway in this second half. Give and go. McGrady hooks a feed. Yao blows it on the inside. And a foul call. It will be Yao Ming.
Well, the Nets fortunate there as Houston, nice ball movement. You know, Yao would like to have that back. Taylor to McGrady to Yao, thinks he's got an easy 2, and Mourning there to distract him, no question. And the look on Yao says it all.
Yao unable to knock it down. Yao has had a rough night. He's 2 of 8 from the field, just 1 rebound, 4 points. Defensively, he used his body on the inside, but they're going to give it to someone else. Maurice Taylor. There is the 4th foul on Taylor after picking up 3 within the first 4 minutes.
Oh, yes.
52-30. And Alonzo Mourning at the line. 5 points, 6 rebounds. Gets the roll on the first. You take the height differential for granted because, well, Alonzo's a big guy. He has to deal with Yao. Well, basically the difference between Yao and Mourning is the difference between Mourning and Ward. And if you had Charlie Ward on Alonzo Mourning, you say mismatch. You buying into that or no?
I am. I think it's an interesting one. I think most people at home probably wouldn't look at it that way because, you know, 2 big guys, big is big. You know, just Yao is bigger. Just his presence alone has made them a better team.
20-point game. Yao turnaround, hand in his face. Bank shot, no. Rebounded by Zoe.
Looked like Dikembe slow to react there, never went for the ball, and Scalabrine able to pick it off.
Jefferson using the screen from Mourning. Pull-up jump is good. And Richard Jefferson trying to find a rhythm here in the third quarter. He's got 12 points, 7 rebounds.
A little different philosophy that time as in the Nets try to go a little screen and roll to involve Dikembe Mutombo, who backed off. He didn't give Tracy McGrady help, and that allowed Jefferson to get an open jump shot. Nice little run here by the Nets.
They have gotten to within 14 now. Taylor bank shot. An 8-0 run for the Nets. Best a spin. Gives up his dribble. Shot clock at 9. Zoe gets a touch. And the jumper goes down.
Well, it wasn't clicking before. It's clicking now offensively.
Alonzo Mourning gets the Nets to within 12 with just under 4 minutes to play in the third. McGrady one-on-one with Jefferson. High screen Taylor. Jefferson sticks with him. McGrady, dump ball. Taylor, no call on the inside as Taylor coughs it up.
Great action on the inside. The Nets really much more aggressive at the offensive end.
Have to work quickly here. Jumper, Williams, off the rim. Rebound fought for.
Over the back.
And it's going to be Mourning. Alonzo has picked up number 5. On that battle for the loose ball, it just cost the Nets. Alonzo Mourning.
A lot more energy, though, from the Nets offensively and defensively, for that matter. Inside, swarming defense. Alonzo Mourning with the block. And then nearly another opportunity at the offensive end. Over the top was Alonzo Mourning of Dikembe Mutombo.
And the Nets are over the limit. Dikembe at the line. Mutombo so far tonight. Mourning 9 points and 8 boards. That ends a 10-0 Nets run. Basketball remaining.
And the Nets go bigger with Collins and Mournings in the game together now.
Side out for the Nets. Zoe had to sit with his 5 fouls. Back in against Howard. Step through and a hole.
That's a tough shot.
Alonzo Mourning brings the Nets to within 11. He's got 11 points and 8 rebounds. Way outside, Williams. Hands to Planinic. Gives up his dribble. Zoe. Foul called, and Alonzo Mourning will shoot 2. Time running out on the Nets here with 3:54 showing. And a 15-point deficit. 11 points, 8 rebounds for Zoe. Also has 3 block shots. Gets the roll on the first attempt. And 2 out of 2 for Mourning. Ward against Planinic. High screen McGrady.
Trying to isolate McGrady against Jefferson, who's just swarming all over him.
8 to shoot. McGrady puts it on the floor. McGrady swatted number 4 for Alonzo Mourning.
Great help. Forced him to the big man.
And a foul call. Howard and Zoe getting mixed up. And that is the 15th foul against Houston, which means more free throws.
You see the help there all over McGrady. Alonzo Mourning. Another one of those so difficult to call. Is it goaltending? Is it not? We saw one early in the game that went against the Nets. That time they allow the block by Mourning, and now he's at the line for 2.
Yao in for Howard. Zoe nails the first. It's 72 to 60. 3:26 left. Strong showing by Mourning. 14 points, 8 rebounds. And he tacks on another. Coming up on 3 minutes to play. Nets down by 11. Give and go. It's going the other way.
Oh, yeah, Mourning.
And that's it for Alonzo. Offensive foul number 6 for Mourning.
You're going to see here they're going to feed the post to Alonzo Mourning, and the passer will run his man off of him. It'll be Jefferson who cuts to the hole. Now watch as Mourning goes by. He turns around and bumps into Tracy McGrady. I see that being called more and more, Ian, this year. We've seen it a couple times with Collins. They're saying once you catch the ball, even though you have the basketball, you cannot move on that. Tough call for Alonzo Mourning, particularly to foul out on.
Tough call for the Nets because Alonzo was a weapon down low here down the stretch as the Nets were trying to climb back, and the Nets turned it over. And Alonzo Mourning fouled out in 24 minutes out on the floor. For Mourning, playing with torn tendon in his right pinky and an injury that's going to take about 6 weeks to heal. Has to tape it up during the game and then wear a splint to bed.
And it's certainly something that you have to, the more you play, the more you'll get, I don't want to say comfortable, you'll get used to it though.
They fall to the Rockets 80-69 at Continental Airlines Arena. Win it by 11. Yes Network is John on Wednesday at 7:30. The Nets. Fred Hickman of the postgame is next.
Zoran Planinic feeding the post. Now low to Alonzo Mourning. Converts. Harmed. Mo Taylor with 3 early fouls. And the Nets off to that 11-0 lead. The Rockets were up by 13 and they go on to win it by a final count of 80-69.